1-2, 1-2. Try and get it right. Try and get it tight. There we go. Might put my feet up. Might put my feet up on a reclining tip. I ain't gonna do that tonight. Might do that next show, you know? On a reclining tip. I ain't gonna do that tonight. Might do that next show, you know? So, I'm Hustlaz Podcast, y'all.
What's up, what's up, what's up?
You know, and again, we try, you know what I mean? We try and look at different things, man, try to improve and make it better. So, again, we at the Humble Hustler. We at the Humble Hustler headquarters. They'll try and get this shit straight. That's how it always is. We be together. So I'm used to it. So I need y'all to get used to it. But we at the Humble Hustler headquarters. And last time we was at the table. This time we chilling on the recliners. You heard me. Will's gonna put the recliner up. But I decided not to do it this show. I'll do it the next show. You know what I mean?
What's good? What's
let
good?
My man C note. Go ahead.
What's good? What's good? Had a long weekend.
Yeah, we did.
How y'all enjoy y'all pagan holiday?
As y'all can see, you know how we do when we start off our Monday night edition. You can tell who won on Sunday by the attire that we wear on Monday. So, of course, you see me, Bronco Bally. See him, he look good.
Plain Jane.
Look like a lot of mustard, he look good. Though. I like his outfit, you know what I mean?
Plain Jane.
Plain Jane, but that's for a reason. He's not allowed to wear it. But we did allow him, you know what I mean, to bring all the gear he got. You know, he got the Raven football. Then he got the personally signed Dark Henry helmet. So, you know, we let him bring that, but he couldn't wear no gear, y'all. You know what I mean?
I did get to sit in my own couch though and hear you talk shit.
Yeah. So I gotta be careful. You know what I mean? Because I'm outnumbered. It's usually by one, but I'm outnumbered by two today. So I gotta be careful about what I say to him. But go ahead, yo, get your takes on the games, man. Tell me what you think about Sunday games.
Well, this week Sunday games was it was underdog weekend because like the Rams killed all my tickets. So
okay,
I was there before I got started. They probably played the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, Carolina looking good though.
But the Rams supposed to be the best team in the NFL. And they couldn't even beat the Carolina Panthers.
Oh, stop there for a moment. I usually don't stop you in the middle of your takes, but I'm happy to stop you there because we try to give out authentic, genuine, truthful information, and you're not being truthful when you say that the Rams the best team in the NFL.
I said supposedly.
All right, okay, but go ahead. Supposedly they lost to Carolina.
But you said Denver's supposed to be the best team. So
and we're at the top. Now we ain't even at the top of just the AFC right now. We're at the top of the NFL. And we hoping New England lose tonight so we can stay there. But even with us being tied 10-2 with New England, we got the tiebreaker. Don't nobody gonna come to that mile high, 5,280 feet above sea level, man. If your breathing ain't right, you ain't, you know what I mean? Like my man D. Brown, lifting weights and that shake, you ain't gonna last up there, you heard me? All right, so the Rams killed your tickets.
I lasted in Denver.
Yeah, that's because it was you and Rusty. But that's a whole nother story. If you know, you know.
Yeah. But anyway,
the Rams, they disappointed you. They blew your money.
The Ravens disappointed me.
Well,
Christopher.
Don't run past that. The Ravens disappointed you. So I just want to ask you one question, man. Do you still bleed purple? Because you know you kind of bipolar when it comes to the Ravens. Do you bleed purple?
I bleed purple.
Okay, but
I'm not gonna put my money on purple.
He ain't gonna put his money on purple. Right? He not a Bruce Willis. He not down.
But the good thing about the Ravens disappointed me.
He can't even get it out. I wouldn't be able to get it out.
The good thing about the Ravens disappointed me
is what?
Pittsburgh made me happier.
Yeah.
So they lost and kept me still in first place in our division.
Yep.
So I could have got a little managed if we'd have won.
Right.
I could have been up a little bit and talked a little bit more trash.
And you could have wore your gear.
But I got to take what I can get.
Okay, so y'all, all right, y'all at the top of y'all division. All right, y'all got Pittsburgh 2 times coming up, so we're going to see how that turn out. What about any NFC games? They AFC games. Any NFC game? Well, you did. You talk about the Rams in Carolina.
Yeah.
Any other games stood out to you yesterday?
That Denver Washington game was kind of exciting to me. I watched it. I never watched the game to its entirety, but I watched these two bums battle it out. And I must say, Washington played a hell of a game.
They did.
But Denver played a little better game.
Yes.
Because the score showed it.
Well, at least we was consistent because, it's really been our defense is how we've been winning.
Look, right
and it came right on the TV on the big screen.
No strange coincidence.
So I think the TV, that let you know that he listening to us. As soon as we started talking about the game came on the TV highlights. But, we've been winning. We won Sunday the same way we've been winning all year. You know, a lot of defense.
1 point favorite.
And not only with a lot of defense, but Bo Nix was like crap till we really need him.
He played good in down the stretch.
But before the game, the commentators were saying that it has been a while since he had a 300-yard game, and what he do, go out there, he had 321 yards. That drive that he did in overtime, that was something else.
We're gonna have a moment of silence for.
Well, we consistent with that. A moment of silence for the Commanders. My man Lip, my man Chance, 1,500. I know you right there in front of the ramp store. Close my eyes.
They have been behind in every single game.
What's up with the Cowboys?
Man, for Manu, I heard Manu mouth all fucking weekend.
Okay.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and today.
Okay, so we got to give Manu a shout out.
For them bum-ass Cowboys.
Crankmo, shout out. Yogi, shout out. MC, you know who you is. Up there on Frederick Road, shout out. Fizzle Bundizzle, shout out Cowboys. I mean, we got to give them their props. And it looked like they got some momentum in the division.
Who?
The Cowboys, because Philly lost.
They beat Philly, yeah.
Philly lost to the Bears.
Yeah.
And the Bears punished them.
Yeah, they did that on Friday.
Yeah, the Bears punished them. And
that was a good game, too. Also.
So it looked like Philly going down, and ever since Dallas got Quentin Williams from the Jets, they going up.
I think what I might say about that, I think the way the NFL is going right now, anybody can win.
Yeah.
Because the day they is and tomorrow they ain't.
Yeah, except for a few consistent teams like us, New England.
But
we done won 9 in a row.
I mean, y'all consistent.
New England,
y'all consistent getting away in the regular season.
How we getting away?
Is that going to be consistent in the
bro,
playoffs?
I don't like how you categorize that.
It's going to be consistent.
I don't like how you categorize that. We not getting away. We winning on our strongest unit, which is our defense. We winning off defense. There's no mistake about that. And when we need Yo to show up, number 10, he show up. Bo Nix.
I can't think of him.
He show up. Fourth quarter, overtime. Overtime drive, 3 plays. He show up. Boop, boop, boop. Now run. Boop, boop, boop. Touchdown. Touchdown, he ran in there. But to get it down there, 3 passes. Boop, boop, boop. We there. Then
came back to the same thing.
But then what happened? Different kind of defense. They was on the goal line. What happened? Did they score?
Yeah.
They scored, but what happened? It was had to go all the way to 4th down. And then when it was time really to show up, what happened? We showed up.
The Marcus Mariota came up.
No, we showed our defense because if he got that over, that was a perfect pass. That was a perfect play because Yo was wide open.
That go to show you that he's a bum because all he's supposed to do is lob it over.
He couldn't get it over.
He could get it over. He's a bum.
Listen, man, you must ain't look at the combines. The man got a 48-inch vertical.
Yeah.
He jumped 4 feet and he's 6 feet, so he had to throw it at least 11, 12 feet to get it out there. It's a good play, man. Give it to my shout out to my man Benito. He lead us in sacks.
Trash.
I guess he would say that. I ain't mad at him. He looking up at us.
I mean, y'all went to the Charlie T joint this weekend.
Charlie T. The West Side Reunion.
Shout out to the West Side Reunion. I think he done his thing out the West Side Reunion. Shout out to the Jews Perform, Universe, West Side Certified Brothers.
At least he consistent, because when you go party with him, it's a nice crowd, and it ain't never no bullshit.
Never no incident.
Never no bullshit.
Not one.
It's never no incidents. You heard me. So
you relax.
So they had a good time. Now, you know, we got another sport in season as well. We keep concentrating on the NFL. We got the NBA. Who you like in the NBA?
Now, I haven't really been watching the NBA, but I must say this. That boy Shea Alexander,
yeah,
he's the truth.
Yeah.
He averaging 30 a game.
Shea Butter.
So, they 19-1.
Yeah.
So that go to show they trying to repeat.
That's all right. We there.
Who we?
Lakers. We there. Yeah.
I'm a joke.
Look at Austin Reeves.
I'm a joke on myself.
They the only duo 30 apiece the last 3 games. 30 apiece. We get 60 out of 2 players the last 3 games, man.
Where was LeBron at?
We don't need LeBron. LeBron on the bench.
No, LeBron ain't no bum. He hurt again?
I ain't saying he was no bum. I say he hurt. I say he on the bench. I didn't say he was no bum. I like LeBron. What are you talking about?
I never said bum. I said he on the bench.
He on the bench. He hurt. That's where you sit at when you hurt, on the bench. You should know. Oh, maybe you don't know.
Because I've never been on the bench.
No, you didn't sit on the bench because you was hurt.
I've never been on the bench because I played too good.
You sat on the bench with a bunch of fig head. This dude used to have the Jordan wristbands, the Jordan headband. He had the Jordan wristbands around his knee, had the Jordan socks, had the latest Jordans, Jordan shorts.
You listen to a man that's 6'3" and that never dunked in his life.
Man, this dude here, man, he got all his Jordan stuff on, but his game looked like the emblem on the Shacks.
Oh, yeah? You look like the Patrick Ewing emblem.
Yeah, no, I ain't. Patrick Ewing don't have no emblem on him.
The Patrick Ewing speaks, they just had Patrick Ewing on there.
No, Patrick Ewing don't. He had Ewings, the real Ewings that Patrick Ewing had out, just got Ewing on the back.
They had a man on there.
No, they didn't. They got Ewing on the back. And then the Ewings that was out that first came out that he had with Adidas had Ewing on the tongue, but they had Adidas on the side. Man, lay down, man. Only one's got a man on the side, on it like that. That's Shaq, man. They didn't pay last night, Shaq. But I can't say nothing because he just sold over $100 million.
They paid last?
Yeah, they didn't pay last night. Shaqs, they the Shaqs. But he on there dunking like he down Orlando. You had a couple pay. You had all.
I never had no Shaqs.
Yes, you did, man.
I never had no Shaqs either. Crazy.
Stop playing, man.
You had a couple pairs of Patrick
Man, you ducked out of school a couple times because of your shoes.
Then you had a Patrick Ewing Jordan?
Yeah, I had both pairs. That's why I know what I'm talking about. I had the ones he had with Adidas that looked like New York. That was orange, blue, and white. And then I had the Patrick Ewings that he came out when he tried to be like Shaq, but just had Ewing all big on the back with the strap. Man, I had both pairs. Yeah.
You had them big Patrick Ewing, them ugly joints.
Yeah, so what? I mean, they was in there.
No, they wasn't.
They was in. Tell them about the times when you ain't go to school because of your shoes. Tell them what them shoes was while you ducked school. Tell them what shoes you had on then when you ducked school.
The shoes I had on when I ducked school?
Yeah.
They was fish shoes.
Yeah, all right then. Yours is better than them. I tell you.
Yeah, of course the yours are better than fish shoes. Who wouldn't say they were better than fish shoes?
But back to this NBA, man, what you think about I know you said you ain't watched it much. You know what I mean? You've been soaking in sorrow, messing with the Ravens, man. But what you think about KD down there in Houston with all them young bulls?
Now, I forgot about that. I also watched a couple of Houston games while I was sitting in the house doing nothing. Because, you know, as you see, I be in here bored to death. I might turn on a game. But they looking good down there.
Yeah.
They actually really looking good with KD being a supporting cast. And they
already had a bunch of young bulls that they already made the playoffs without KD. It's like, it seemed like he want to go, like, put them over the top.
He got a bunch of young guns, and KD the one to finish it.
Yeah.
Y'all needed me to close it?
Yeah.
Give me the ball, I'll close it.
They got the young twin. The Thompson twin. And then they got the kid from Baltimore down there.
What's his name?
They got the kid from Baltimore. I think he come from Connecticut.
Somebody competed against in high school.
He got the they got the kid from Baltimore down there in Houston. Nice team down there.
But yeah, I mean? But I'm going to start getting into the NBA because the NFL, I ain't been having no luck with NFL.
What you think about?
I lost 3 weeks in a row. I usually hit every week.
What you think about our guy DQ?
There goes Michael Vick.
What you think about our? We on the podcast, bro. What you think about our guy DQ on down there in New Orleans with the Pelicans?
Now Dark Queen,
yeah,
is a different kind of animal.
Okay.
Those of y'all that know Dark Queen, me and my man Big O, we used to follow him. We used to go to the Maryland games. Matter of fact, we got a Maryland game. We want to go to tomorrow, remember?
Yeah, we supposed to. Yeah. See your other man's son.
Yeah, see my other man's son. My other man, Nick Jones.
Yeah.
Nick Jones played with Wagner.
So Wagner played
They're
Maryland.
going to play Maryland tomorrow.
So we supposed to
Make
go
sure
down
y'all
there.
turn in.
We supposed to go down there and watch your son play, Nick.
My man Darian's son.
Yeah.
Nick. Little Nick, baby Nick play tomorrow.
Yeah. What's his last name?
Jones.
Nick Jones. Look out for Nick Jones on with Wagner. Wagner play Maryland tomorrow. We talking men's hoop.
He next coming. He like that.
Yeah. They just played Georgetown, and he gave Georgetown 16. So we looking for big things from
And he
Nick
in a
Jones.
small school, so when they played a big school, we gave them 16.
Yeah.
So you know what he's doing to the small schools.
Yeah. Shout out to Nick Jones.
Oh yeah, 30 the other day on another school.
Yeah. But you at least gotta be able to say the school. But at least you consistent.
I know his stats. I don't know what school it was.
That's what's up. Shout out to you, Nick. Keep doing your thing out there in Wagner, man.
Keep doing your thing, baby Nick.
Yeah. And so what you think about the Celtics, man? With that man out with the injury, they just got they were top lead. They say he ain't the number one. He like a Robin, not a Batman down there.
I was wondering what was going on with Boston. I haven't really been paying attention, but ain't nobody been talking about Boston lately. Usually they talk about Boston as because Boston usually be the top dog in the East,
right?
But ain't nobody been talking about Boston. So Tatum hurt. Still Tatum out.
Yeah, Tatum out. I think he tore his Achilles. So Tatum out. He's still coming. He's still working his way back. From what
So his name Brown, right? What name?
Brown. Yeah, last I heard that he was ahead of time in his rehab, ahead of schedule in his rehab to get back. Then we got Brown. They always say that he a Robin, not a Batman. He a 2 and not a 1. Despite the fact that he a good player. So
he was the first one to get that big money contract.
That money don't mean we talking about on the court. We talking about on the court.
You talking about that ring? If you talking about I'm a Robin, you give me that kind of ring.
We talking about basketball. We not talking about no money. That's your problem. That's your issue.
Money is the root of all world.
No, it don't. Money is the root of all evil. You should know better than that, boy. You ain't even walking the waters no more. Right now, you insane.
Way in the water.
Yeah, you sifting on sand, your foundation not firm. But that's another Monday.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to talk to the Mars, talk to him about that. You know what I mean? But yeah, Celtics. Yeah, they not the regular. They not the Celtics, and they probably be a down year for them. Since Tatum's still out. But what you think about the Knicks up there, Big Body Brunson and them?
I kind of like Brunson, but he like me, shoot too much. I was a ball hog, and so is he.
But he got to though with the team he got.
I mean, but goddamn, you got to get the ball to somebody.
But they knew that when they gave him all the money, they brought him there. You know what I mean? So that's why he. You know what I mean? It's not no static as far as like with the team with him doing what he do. Because he carry you.
I think he needs another clip, y'all. Somebody give him another clip because this clip is getting him.
He carrying him.
Yeah, he carrying him though. He put buckets. He put buckets up for real though.
Yeah, that's why they call him Big Body Brunson. You know what I mean? Yeah. So if you ain't been watching no NBA, I know you ain't watching no college basketball.
I haven't seen a college basketball game this year.
No, they got the Boozer twins down there in Duke. All those Boozers.
I heard about the Boozers though.
Yeah,
I heard about the Boozers down there in Carolina, but I ain't really watching it, so I can't say what they do. Oh yeah, I watched it for like 10 minutes or something. He ain't had no points in the first half.
I don't know where he went at, yo.
I'll be right back.
He went and got some candy So y'all confer but not understand what he's saying.
So because I can talk and you not understand what I said.
Yeah.
I did see the Boozer play the first half. He had no points. In the second half, he wound up with 18.
Yeah.
I did see that game. So I'm lying. I did watch one game.
Yeah. He been showing off. He been doing his thing down there in Duke. What would you think about Melo's son up there in Syracuse?
I've been hearing a lot about Melo's son, but I haven't seen him.
Right.
But my man said that he don't have the killer instinct.
Here we go with this secondhand information, man. Well, I think you might need to look him up for yourself, because oftentimes when you are offspring of a Greek, you can be talented, but you often don't get your just due because they be comparing read the TV. They be comparing your talent to your father. They want you to be what your father is, and you're not your father. You know, so yeah. But I mean, I've seen him with my own eyes. And,
I haven't seen him play yet.
And he don't start, but when he get in, man, he got to switch. He let it go. He let it go. And he don't have no problem with letting it go. He definitely got that from his father. He let it go.
Now,
he ain't all that. I mean, but this is first year. So, and again, I'm not trying to compare him to his father because that's a little unexpected. Because what Melo did was a different level. You ain't gonna have a whole bunch of people to come in and do what Melo did. Melo he's just a natural scorer. I mean, from the time I seen him at the Y on Drew Hill, all the way through Syracuse, he always had a knack for scoring. So, I mean, it's not going to be no whole bunch of Melos. I don't care, even if you got his genes. It's just not going to be a bunch of Melos. So, but from what I'm saying, look like he got talent. And it looked like if he stay on his grind and he work hard at it, that he going to have a nice career. I can say that.
I had to see him do it before I could chip in. So next time he Syracuse play, I'm going to watch it.
Yeah.
Because I'm watching 5 sticks. I can watch all the games.
Yeah, but that's why I was wondering why you bringing me secondhand information from your man. Not saying that your man, he's entitled to his opinion, and maybe the game that he saw, he was a little off. So maybe that's what his opinion is, and he's entitled to that. But you know what they say about opinions. Everybody got one.
Some of them bigger than others.
And they usually stink just like a-holes.
No, and some assholes bigger than others.
No, they usually stink like an asshole. But anyway, that's for football, NBA, little college basketball. But we're gonna switch over and we're gonna run this last segment. We're gonna get a little serious. And we just wanted to pose a question. And the question is it's actually like a statement and a question. And it's basically with the current divide that we have in society, black and white, why do we think that we still have that divide that we have between black and white? And do we ever think that it'll be recalibrated to the point where we feel like it's all one race and not like us and them? You ever think it'll get, so it's like two parts. Why we got the divide, and do you think it'll ever be recalibrated to the point where it won't be a feeling like it's us and them? And of course, when we talk about a group or aggregate of people, it's not everyone. So I don't want anybody to comment where everybody is not like that. So we deal with reality, and the reality, the fact is that there's a big divide now in society, despite what they say the gains that we've made. And so why do you think we still have that divide?
I think it's a misperception about two races, the white race and the black race. And when I say a misperception, because perception about races, because there's only one race, and that's the human race.
All right.
And the human race, everything comes from one race and has ventured off from one race. But man has deterred our thinking to think that there's two different races, and white and black, and now we're going against each other like one is better than others.
Mm-hmm. So why do you think it is then? Because that's the reality of it, and of course, it's not everybody, but you do feel it. I'll give you examples. Like in the course of my business, I may have to visit a client at their home, and of course, I'm sued and bullied. Have a personal experience. Right down here, Fort McHenry Road, and I went to visit. It's an older white lady couple, real nice, real sweet. I always felt comfortable when I went to their house. That's why I know it's not everybody. And I was using Uber and Lyft. So when I would leave out and I'm waiting out front for the Lyft, I see a white lady walking up with her dog. And she not paying me no attention at first. She really focused on the dog. But as she get closer, she sees it's me. I guess she knows there's a black man standing there. So I felt and noticed her apprehension. And so it was wintertime. I had like an overcoat on with a shirt and a tie. And so what I actually did was, because I felt the tension, and I actually took my overcoat off and put it on my arm to let her see that I had a shirt and tie on.
Right.
And it seemed like, I don't know, because I didn't ask her, but it seemed like it made her more comfortable walking past me, that she seen, the white shirt and the tie as opposed to the overcoat initially. But I still had on slacks and shoes, and I had a shake case. So I looked like a businessman, because I'm a business man. Not a business man. So, shout out to my man Jay for that line. But yeah, and it seemed like it made her comfortable, because she, I don't know what it was, because again, I didn't ask her. But, again, it was wintertime and it was cold. And I did take my coat off to let her see that I had a shirt and tie, because I'm kind of sensitive to that. And it seemed like it made her comfortable to walk past me once she seen the shirt and tie. Again, I had on slacks and shoes.
But this is the reason why I really don't be preferred to call black.
Mm-hmm.
Because being called black, and one time before, people got mad at what her name was, Simone, the girl.
It's a bunch of girls.
No, I'm talking about the one that played on Cosby. She said she wasn't black.
Raven Simone. She said she wasn't black, and a lot of people got mad at her. Well, actually, she really was right. She's not black. Because when people say that you black, according to science, black means death, right? So she was saying she's not black because she's not dead, mentally or physically. Mm-hmm. And so what happens is, let me give you a stereotype. Once a person say black, your mind automatically goes to something derogatory. Oh, he's a stick-up guy, he's a rapist, he's a robber, he's a killer. Mm-hmm. So you shouldn't, so let me give you an example. Hello, 911, I got a black man standing on the corner with a hood on, Trayvon Martin. What happens when the police hear a black guy standing on the corner with a hood on, they already formulate their mind that he's up to no good. But that don't have anything to do with black.
So
it got something to do with their
black draws a negative connotation in their mind.
Okay, well, I beg to differ with that, because that has something to do with that. I mean, they could say a brown skinned guy with a hood.
But they didn't say brown skin.
If they did, we
wouldn't know what they said. We wouldn't know. We know they did say it was a black guy.
But they would think the same thing, because they put them all in the same. They put us all in the same category: black, brown.
But that's why
any of that shade that's not white, they put that in the same category.
But that's why you shouldn't allow a person to call you black. That's why you shouldn't fill out a form and say you black. Because if you fill out a form and say you black, say you fill out a form out you black and you white, who they gonna take first?
You want to put something down there.
So
white, no matter what you put down there.
If
that's the case, no matter what you put down there, if they're gonna pick white, they're gonna pick. You can put Asian Pacific. They're gonna still pick white, because their preference is white.
But you have another chance. But you definitely ain't got a chance. You put black down there.
You ain't got no chance. If the person that's evaluating the applications is picking white, you don't have a chance. Period. If you don't check a box other than if you don't check right.
So if you have a box other black, and that's it. What you think they're gonna take? Who they gonna pick?
They're probably gonna pick other, because they're gonna think white in it.
They definitely gonna pick the black. The black might be more qualified.
But that's the person's thinking. That don't have anything to do with the person.
But I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. It's the stereotypical thinking of a person's mind that has been embedded in their mind that black is something automatically negative.
That's what they think about black, brown, any people of any other nationality other than them. They think that same way about Asian people. They think that same way about Pakistani.
So if you
people.
don't put on there black, you put Asiatic on there, then they might give you an interview and get to know you instead of automatically knocking you out because you put black on.
I don't think you understood what I said. What I said was, if that person is thinking that way, white, and they picking white, they think that way about black, brown, Asiatic. They think that way about Asian Pacific. They think that way about anything other than white. So it's not going to matter.
I'm saying if it ain't a white person on there. I know what you're saying, but
if it's not a white person, but if now you can change the variable. If it's not a white person, we don't know what they might say. That the whole issue is, why do we have the divide between black and white?
Because they think they got white privilege. They think the United States belongs to them.
Yeah, so why do they think that?
Because they've been indoctrinated in them through our history.
Yeah.
See, they forgot when they was in the Caucasus Mountains and we stood at the bottom of the mountain and they let them out the mountains.
Yeah, but we was already here anyway.
That's what I'm saying.
Like I'm talking about here on the shores of North America. How you even discover something when people are here when you get here?
Already.
People are here when you get here. How you say you discovered it? When you discover something, nobody knows it's there, and you discovered it. Like, hey, look at this! I discovered this.
But when you call
it's not inhabited.
When you call a person freedom and land, then you can change their history. That's what happened.
Well, that's what happened in all wars.
Yeah,
the first thing they do is destroy the libraries.
Right, and so what they did, we sold each other out, and then they let them conquer us, then they stole our history. They took our names and stuff out, put theirs in there.
Yeah. That's what they did. So you think so what do you think that white privilege comes from? All right, let me just share my opinion. I don't think that we'll ever get to the point where we'll recalibrate where it's just one race. I don't believe that. Not here in North America anyway. Because I mean, how you as a slave you gonna reside in the same place with the slave master and think that they're gonna treat you fair, treat you with fairness or equity?
Well, they treat you better than I would treated them. They had me a captain.
Well, I mean, you brought it up. I was gonna mention that, but you brought it up when you was talking about how our people in the slavery. Yeah, but we had a different definition. That happened, and it's no excuse for it. But we had a different definition of what slavery was.
Yeah,
right.
It did serve.
It was you could actually buy your way to freedom, and they had that idea in mind. Of course, they was at war and they would conquer people and sell them all, but that's not what they, what they got when they got here.
Was.
Yeah, that's not what happened when they got here. They wasn't treated like that.
See,
I mean, it's like
a lot of people think
slaves for forever.
A lot of people think that Jesus was nailed on the cross, but really the only thing they were saying was Jesus was crossed. So when you see the cross, they think, oh, Jesus died on the cross. No, he got double crossed.
All right, Mo, walk the waters.
So that's what happened.
Okay.
And so that's what happened with our people.
Mm-hmm.
They tricked us to believing that they was going to show you something or give you some wealth or money or something to bring Oscar over here.
Mm-hmm.
They bring Oscar over there and take both of us.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So it ain't the cross or the double cross. You got to worry about the triple cross. Mm-hmm. They forgot about the triple cross.
Yeah. So if you have the slaves and the slave masters residing, how would the slave ever get a level of equity or fairness from the slave master, or even be seen as equal?
I would think they would put their minds together and just took over.
No, I'm saying how would they even be seen as equal? I mean,
are you talking about in the day's world?
In the day's world, like how can we get to the point from where we are divided? There's a clear divide between black and white. How would we be able to get from where we are now to a level where at least the majority of whites and the majority of blacks think of each other as one race as opposed to us and them?
So only way that it probably could change, in my opinion, if we pull ourselves together with our resources and our finances to become one. Like they had Black Wall Street and stuff like that, right? Black hospitals, black lawyers, conventions, and pull our resources together and build our own community up instead of waiting for somebody else to give us something, a handout. So if we put out, then they'll see how powerful we become and see how equal we become to them. Then it'll be on the same playing field. But right now they feel like if we give a few people some money and don't get arrested no money, then the people with the money gonna keep the people down anyway.
I don't believe that, but I mean,
to a certain extent. I'm not saying everybody.
No, but I'm thinking it's in terms of like we could do that. I mean, and that was done, but when it was done, it was interfered with. So that again, it goes to that divide. How do you get to the point of having that divide of us and them?
And then that don't happen.
Yeah, and then because if we all think of each other as one human race, then why would Tulsa, Oklahoma would have never happened? As opposed to them going to burn it down because they was mad that they was able to, out of all the stuff that they've been through, those people were able to pull themselves up from their bootstraps and create this thriving community in Tulsa, Oklahoma, as opposed to going and burning it down. They would have been going to shop or going to utilize the services that was available on Black Wall Street. So what I'm saying, and that's what happens when we think of them and they think of us, we think of each other as human beings, and we think of it as all one human race as opposed to us and them. See, they figure like who these fancy Negroes think they are.
Right.
Like they really took scraps and did that? Like really? So as opposed to the praising the hard work,
they want to destroy it all.
And in fact, yeah, I mean, how do we get to the point where we don't get interruption from them to even have a level of unity to pool our resources? Because they always meddling. That's why look at Martin, look at Malcolm. They always meddling. Well, and if they're not meddling that way, look at Jesse, look at Al Sharpton, CIA agents. They meddling that way. COINTELPRO.
That's what I'm saying, the double cross. See, the one thing that Europeans do, and they do good, they inflict fear. Fear is the most important thing in the human race because fear keeps you at a standstill. And once a person thinks that they're going to come in and wipe us out, or they will come in and wipe us out, then I ain't getting with that, I ain't with that. Then they're going to do X, Y, Z. That's what happened in slavery.
Well, fear do one or two things.
They keep you alive.
It don't only make you fearful, but it also it'll motivate you to fight too. That's how we got people like Sojourner, you know what I mean? Underground Railroad.
Let me see what the audience have to say about it.
You know what I mean? When we talk about fear can motivate you either way. It can motivate you to fight, or it can paralyze you because of, you know what I mean? Because you know what I mean? You paralyzed by the fear. You're so frightened that you don't know what to do. Or it can motivate you to actually, I mean, we just seen it in prison. I mean, back them in the corner, he came out fighting.
Well, yeah, you back any man in the corner.
That's what it is. That's fear.
I think that's what happened to
fear triggers one or two things.
Stop slavery.
Fear
back them in the corner.
Fear triggers one or two things. It either triggers you, motivates you to fight back, or flight, or paralyze you from fear. Like you're just so scared, you don't know. You know what I mean? You're indecisive. You don't know what to do.
But I think that if we can get some of the brothers, some of the billionaires, some of the millionaires, and some of them to come together and with the voice that they have on different levels, sports, politics, economically, and come together and try to unify to create something, then I think we'll have a chance one day.
If they just wouldn't interrupt when we did it. You know what I mean? But yeah, that you know what I mean, to pool our resources and have your own, because you can't have your own community. There's three main things that you definitely gotta have. Umar Johnson I always talk about. You gotta have your own school, you gotta have your own bank, you got, you know, I mean, hospital, you know, grocery stores, you gotta grow your own food.
Just like a little China, you gotta have a little China,
yeah.
a little Italy,
He said that. He was like, you know, You never see a little Africa anywhere.
Yeah, because you got to have a little community, a pocket of a community where it's thriving. See, one thing I know about our people,
You never see.
they love success.
You never see a little Africa anywhere. You see you always see a Chinatown, a little Italy.
Our people won't help you get successful, but they'll follow you if you're successful. Does that make sense?
Say that again.
Our people won't help you get successful, but they'll follow you if you're successful and try to be with you if you're successful. Meaning that nobody want to help you when you're down, but when you get up, everybody try to help.
Yeah, because it's easier then. And then, I mean, it's easier for you to have, to clearly see the vision once things been laid out. And that usually be the problem. I know for me, that usually be the issues. Like, what I see, people, like for instance, when I quit my job and opened my own consulting firm, like Tay, like tossed the turn like 6 months. Like, I can't believe you quit your job. She just couldn't see what I saw. You know what I mean? And I think that's what it is on a larger scale. Especially when people have ideas, and it's something different or out the norm of what people are used to. And then, people have different meanings, of success. For some people, I'm able to pay my bills. I got a job I can go to every day. I got a car. For some people, that is success.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then for other people,
because a lot of people don't see your dream.
It's like owning my own. So it's like different definitions of what success is.
Right.
And so for me, success wasn't, keep working, with the state. Success. It was
successful
like,
working for yourself.
Yeah. I'm still not success. I'm not content. I'm successful, but I'm not content. Cause
no, you're content, but you're not successful.
No, I'm successful.
Successful.
Yeah, the shit I done been through and the shit you done been through, we both successful. But if you don't want to claim it, that's fine. I'm gonna claim it. I'm a success. You know what I mean? I'm just not content. I want more.
Oh, okay. Now I understand what you're saying.
I want more, but
at first I didn't understand.
I mean, most small businesses don't get past year 3. They definitely don't make it past to year 5. Coming up February, I'll be year 10. So yeah, I am a success.
4 years of my business, y'all. 4 years, still striving.
Yeah, shit, that's a success. Most businesses don't make it out of year 1. They say if you can make it to year 5, you got the odds or the probability increases for you. You know what I mean, to make it. It's like between year 1 and year 5, it's tough. It's tough, and a lot of people they bail out. They ain't built for it. They ain't built for the struggle. You know what I mean? Some people didn't anticipate what it was going to take. You know what I mean? And we got off a little bit off topic, but maybe somebody need to hear this. That's why we went there. But yeah, between year 1 and year 5, a lot, small businesses don't make. So yeah, I'm a success. And if you're in year 4, yeah, you're a damn success. And then when you compound it with the shit that we didn't have to go through, where we came from, like, hell yeah, we're a success. What y'all think?
So if y'all want to be successful, stay with it. Stick to it. Because success is a mind, is a thought, a mind, of how you want to live.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah, it's the plan your work and work your plan. Proper planning prevents poor performances.
And a lot of times we have great ideas, but we don't want to put them into action.
Because we don't have a plan. We don't want to sit down and plan. The Bible say write it down and make it plain.
No, some people just used to going to work every day.
Yeah.
Working for somebody else.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we seen that in our other life.
Yeah.
Everybody couldn't be a boss. Everybody couldn't run the shop. Some people was pitching, some people was hitting. Everybody couldn't, then some people was lieutenants. You know what I mean? But everybody couldn't be the lieutenant.
Right.
Everybody, you had some homeboys like you just loved it to death. Nah, y'all ain't gonna put you on the front line. Yeah, just do this. You try to give them something
minor to do.
Yeah, and they couldn't do it. They kept, every time it's supposed to be 20 packs, she come back 18 and a half, 19. He ain't stealing. He just
can't count.
He can't count. He wasn't counting. He couldn't count. And he never told you he couldn't count when he's picking the paper up for the people. So, you know what I mean? You can't go back to him and be like, yo, why you short that pack? Because yo took it. Yeah, he the dummy. You know what I mean? But it go to that. Yeah. But back on topic, you know, that divide, and it's crazy because for me, you know, like I said, it's always those outliers. Any question that you asking, and for me, you know, I've met some pretty good white people. I mean, some pretty good white people, some pretty good loyal white people. You know what I mean? Some white people that have done some things for me that, you know what I mean? I don't,
The blacks would have did it.
I don't think that if they was in that position, they would have did it. No, I don't. And I'm just being honest.
Why? I think a lot of blacks had the crab syndrome. And what I mean by the crab syndrome is they rather, if you trying to get out the bucket, they rather try to grab your legs to pull you back down. They don't want to see you get up to a certain level. I'm not saying all blacks, but most blacks don't want to see you get up.
Now, I don't even think they even got the energy and the effort to try to even pull you down. Because if they had that type of energy and effort, they would put it into what they think that they should be doing. That'd be a lot of their issue. That's why they don't plan their work, because once you plan the work, then you gotta put the energy and the effort behind, you know what I mean, turn that plan put some labor behind that plan to turn it into fruition. And so
Earl Duncan said he been grinding for 6 years. I see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
If I keep going.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's there.
Oh, this lump. You right about that lump.
It's there. It's that R word. It's called resilient.
You got to put your mindset to it, and when you think you think it's great fail, you got to push even harder.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because some days I wake up and I don't feel like getting up in bed and go do no home improvement. I don't feel like going to put no humble hustle clothes up. I don't feel like looking at no books or nothing. I don't feel like reading the prayer. I just want to be by myself. But those days be my best days. I go out, I come in, and then I come back in with a better mindset than I did when I went out.
Yeah, I agree.
And I keep striving.
Well, you know, before the rainbow always come a what?
A storm.
There we go. There we go. So we use that analogy in nature and we apply it to our life, you know what I mean? Once it get a little tough, you know what I mean? Don't fret. It got a little tough for a reason. That's the storm. Because after the storm, come the rainbow. And you know what I mean? We talk about our energy, effort, and the labor that we put into our visions and our dreams in life. That rainbow is the fruition.
You know what the song said, can we stand the rain?
Yeah. Yeah. Can you stand it? Well, you know, for us, it's been thunderstorms. It's been lightning.
Can you stand the rain?
Trees been
the
falling.
Thunderstorm.
Trees been falling. Cars been jumping out the road and all that shit. But with some kind of way, well, not no some kind of way, Allah had a plan for us. We just didn't see the plan that Allah had for us. And He kept us guarded and protected.
One thing I know for sure, you got to put faith and trust in yourself. You got to love yourself first to make something happen. You can't not love and trust what you believe in and thinking somebody else gonna make you believe in it and make your dream come true.
This much is true.
So a lot of times, people be like, how did you do it after you did 30 years, come out and be in the position that you're in? Because even though I was doing 30 years, I used the 30 years to build myself up mentally to do better down the line. I didn't want to come out and be a liability.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't want to be a liability, what can you be? An asset.
There's only two things you can. There's only two sides on the spreadsheet: asset or liability.
Right, because people think you come out begging, oh man, I need some help. See, people love to see you begging and need some help, but they hate when you don't need no help.
So if we connect that to our topic, so I mean, you got some, you know, I mean, like I said, I know some pretty thorough white people. You know what I mean? Cool. I mean, and I know for a fact, you know, a couple thorough white people. It's cool because I know them, that you know them. Like, so do you think that they go through the same things that we go through when they come on?
They don't go through as big as extremes as we do. Some of them do. Some of them, but not all of them. I think when you come out, people embrace them more to coming out and they got better opportunities because they get a better chance to get a better job than we probably would.
Okay.
And based on their skin color. And I done heard them say it a couple of times. It's not just me. I done heard some people say, boy, I'm glad I'm white because I would have never got that.
Right, right. And again, like, the basis of that really is like nepotism. Like, it's really family. They know somebody, that knows somebody. So that's why they get a door open for them that if you don't know that person, wouldn't be open to you. And so that's why, You know what I mean? It goes back to, again, what I was saying about, you know what I mean, the slaves reside with the slave master, man, and then expecting a level of fairness and equity
to them.
From them in regards to them looking at you on the same level as their own.
They're not gonna never prefer you before their own. That's why the prophet tell us to don't prefer a stranger blood before their own. Meaning that don't put them before your own.
So if they do that, why do you think we do the opposite?
You know why we do the opposite?
I'm asking you.
Because the white man gives us nothing.
All right.
And they love that. They love to be treated bad. You know, let me give you a scenario.
No, what I'm saying is, you saying when a white person come home because of act, you know, it seems like people are more apt to assist them, our white people.
Right. Yeah, they're more to assist their people because
right.
They want to see their people come.
And then our kind are not as apt to assist us when we come home. So when
They used to be like that before, though. They used to assist us when we came home, but not nowadays.
We're not talking about those streets.
We're talking about in general.
Yeah, in general.
Because you know it is a different family structure. You know, when our mothers and all them was living, and people came home, they tried to give us used clothes and whatever they could do to aid and sisters.
Yeah.
But now.
But what about jobs?
Some of us didn't have jobs, so.
Right, but what I'm saying is, like, when a white person come home, it seems like they'll have a easier access
to a job.
Yeah, the jobs, and it's usually because either it's somebody in their family or somebody in their family that knows somebody, and so like we go through it. Like, why do you think people are not apt to assist us in some of the process and they be our own kind? Is what I'm trying to get to. You keep trying to go around it. That's the path I'm taking you down. Since you keep trying to go around it, keep trying to talk about all this other stuff. So what I'm saying is, so why do you think that we bump up against the doors that we bump up when we think that access is being created for us and it be our own kind?
Well, it's like the syndrome that our people have is like, when I'm up, I don't want to see you up. So, because they feel like they shining and they don't want you to steal their shine. Because me and you, we done came to a lot of positions where we could have opened the door and implemented our curriculum and our program to a lot of people that's already in there. Mm-hmm. But every time we get to the door, the people shut the door on us. It don't be the people up here. It be our own kind shut the door. They the gatekeepers.
It be the gatekeepers.
The gatekeepers shut the door on us because I'm not letting you take your curriculum up to master. Because if you take your curriculum to master, the master ain't gonna look at me no more.
Cause it definitely be for the few times that we was able to like get around the gatekeeper. Be like, dang, like all this time y'all been in the messaging, we didn't know y'all was doing this. Like, you're looking at each other like
one of my homies told me that he couldn't get me a job because I'm a felon. Well, goddamn, you wasn't a felon?
Right.
He said he was under the grandfather clause. Well, damn, if my shit ain't under the grandfather clause, whose is?
Right.
So it just showed me that when a homie get in a position, they not trying to see nobody else get up. They want you to stay down there and reap all the benefits, and you look up to them.
Yeah.
Because they're going to shut the door on your face.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. But we done ran across some some good dudes that open some access, provided access. Happy we met them.
They in the mayor's office, they in this office, they in that. They give us the whole spiel. Yeah. But as soon as we tell them about our curriculum, what we trying to do, they shut the door on us.
We don't hear nothing.
I'm gonna get right back to you. I'm gonna make this happen. I'm gonna make this phone call. I'm gonna do this. That's a good idea. How many years it been?
Yeah.
3 years now.
Yeah.
And now I want to pick the phone up and call me and Oscar the aid and assist.
But it's gonna happen because we're gonna do it ourselves.
But we're gonna do it ourselves because you know what? We believe.
Yeah, I definitely believe.
We keep going. When they shut the one door, we push another door.
Yeah, we look for it now. When we got the faith of a mustard seed. Can't even see it with the naked eye. You need a microscope. That's how much.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Because they want to kiss Mr. Charlie ass so much, they think you gonna kiss it and kiss it more than they did.
Yeah. But Shit, I'm living. Shit, we both living proof. You know what I mean? It just patience is a virtue. So add a little patience with energy, effort, a little, you know what I mean? Mix it with some hard work, and you can do the energy and the effort and the hard work, but the patience part, you know what I mean, sometimes is the most difficult stage, and just waiting for it to happen, waiting to see the tangible results from your energy, your efforts.
And this is the reason why we started our podcast.
The tangible results from your energy, your efforts.
And this is the reason why we started our podcast.
Yeah.
Because we make, we
yeah.
I don't have no good to show.
Yeah. My whole goal is like when I'm standing there, I want the people behind me while he read mine. Like, man, God, boy, if you ain't do this right here, and he's like, let me just try to find something to offset that, and he's searching. And the people behind me that know they getting in is getting frustrated, got a level of anxiety, talking about, man, if you don't hurry up, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I just want to make it tough on them.
Because trust me,
I want to make it a tough choice.
It's going to be a judgment day.
I want to make it a tough decision. I don't want it to be easy, like go ahead that way. You know what I mean? I want to make it tough on them. I'm already on the wrong, slightly tilted on the wrong side.
I'm on this side of the fence. I'm trying to get back on this side.
I'm trying to even it up at least. So every day, that's one of my goals. My goals is, random acts of kindness. Oftentimes, my friends be so hood and so hard. You know what I mean? I might do something, they look at me crazy, like, fuck is you doing? Like, man, what is a problem being nice?
See, and
all we say we love each other. You know what I mean?
And all you ever hear about Clark is, when you hear about Clark, is something bad. I'm trying to change the perception that everything you hear about me is always something violent, or I did this, or I did that. I want you to see when you meet me, no, that's a good guy. He did X, Y, Z. He did. That's my goal, to change the perception and the narrative of my past and make a better future.
Right, trying to make that transition.
So when I do go in front of the law, he won't wink at my wrongdoing. He will wink at my wrongdoing.
Well, no, what he gonna do? He gonna search a little harder on the other side to try and find something to offset it. So he might find something and he be like, I normally wouldn't offset it with this, but because it's you and you try so hard towards the end, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give you a pass. You know what I mean? And so that's my goal. Is to try to even it, and that's why we do it. And that's why we thank you for your eyes and your ears, for loaning us your eyes and your ears. We thank you for your most valuable commodity, your time. You could be anywhere,
doing anything.
You could be doing anything, hanging out with anybody. You could be listening to anybody chew and eat while they talk. Other than me, other than Clark. But
I got to get my sweets.
But you stay here with us. Go ahead. What you was showing them up top, yeah?
I'm showing the Humble Hustle podcast. QR code. We're gonna try to put these up around town. So if you just want to go through the Humble Hustle section, you don't have to look for us. You can just QR.
Yep. Put the camera on the QR code and it'll come right up.
It'll pop right up.
Humble Hustler. We on all social media platforms. We on Instagram, TikTok. We on YouTube. We on Facebook. We go live on TikTok and Instagram, and we're gonna add Facebook next Monday. So we'll be able to, like, share, and subscribe. Man, if you watching us, man, and you don't like, share, and subscribe, man, you just being nosy, man. And with that, we out, man. Plan your work.
I want to say this.
Yeah, go ahead. Say that.
I want to say this.
Say that.
Part 2 of Humble Hustle.
They can't see you over here, but
Part 2 of the book Humble Hustle Part 2 has just been finished. All I gotta do is read it and drop it for the next 30 days. Part 2. If you love it, Part 1. You got to go get Part 2.
Y'all heard him? Part 2, Humble Hustler, coming out. That was the origins of everything, the Humble Hustler Volume 1 book. You heard me.
So go read Humble Hustler Part 1, Volume 1 book. And
Part 2 going to come out in 30 days. You know what I mean? Be on the lookout for it.
It's in Amazon.
It's bio-autographical. Few things change, fictional, but for the most part, it's real life, man. Not my life, And not your life. I know I did that like the way, not your life, not my life. I know how I did that, but his life. Yeah, check him out. Part 2 coming in 30 days, man.
In 30 days. We out. Y'all have a nice night.
Hey.
Which one?
Is there any of
Wait, look.